Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Flashback Friday, in which we're doing the Blockbusters for the Commodore 64. And so far this week I have won a grand total of $83,800. And that includes the $50,000 jackpot from Computer Squares. Alright, let's see if I can add to that with a game of Blockbusters. Okay. Alright, let's start this round. First 23 games goes on to place the program. What Y in Boys from the Black Stuff was job center, the permanent job center. It's user. What G is the highest order of British knighthood? Card curve. What else do you take to something you suddenly find you like? What else do you take to something you suddenly find you like? Fancy. What O is a spiritual work called Florence. Oliver. Okay, she appears one away from winning. What A is the more usual title given to the Metropolitan Vocabulary? I want to say Albert. Archbishop. What D is easy and we know? I'm gonna say divorce. Excuse me. Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at Q, please. What Q is a French-speaking Quebec? Okay, how about U, please? What U is a little ragamuffin and describe a type of short haircut? An urchin. Alright, how about a C, please? What C was the favorite home of Sir Winston Churchill? Parkwell. RST. One of these things players will win it for the computer. What R is a game first played at an English public school of the same name? Rugby. How about letter T, please? What T were the Goblin family famous for? Tapestry. Okay, M will win for the computer. What M is a cage for a hawk, a common goal, or the cry of a cat? A mew. How about the letter B, please? What B comes before up, green, nose, and fed? Bottle. Okay. So let's go with letter S, please. What S is the wooden part of a shotgun? A stock. Okay, that's my first thought. What Q is a fundamental physics particle and mentioned by James Joyce? Quark. What V was a man who governed a country in the name of a ruler, especially in the British Empire? A viceroy? What F is a bundle of sticks, bond of or fuel? It's called a faggot. A faggot. What B is the common name for a grass parakeet? A bulgur, a budgerigger. What A is a type of nose that looks like an eagle's beak? Yes. An outline. Okay, O for the win. What O is an unreasonably persistent idea of obsession? Alright, got it right. How about N, please? What N is where Operation Overlord took place? Harmony. Okay, how about W, please? What W were the favorite elephants of Thailand? White. How about K for the win, please? What K are the gloves? They're called kids. What K are the... Okay, I lost. Okay, so I just won the second round. I got $500. Let's move on to round 3. What G is a simple sugar of glucose? Okay, U, please. What U goes before crust most and fat? Upper. W. What W was a marsupial that looks like a small kangaroo? A wallaby. No, whippersnapper. What the heck was I thinking? 4. 4 is the square root of 16. L. What L is the South American special with lemur? Llama. J. What J describes himself as a writer of dictionaries and common literature. Johnson. Okay, we're going with Z. What Z is a ruined city in what was formerly Rhodesia? Zimbabwe. So the computer can now win with S. He's going with T first. What is the place of furniture that can be gate-legged? What is a piece of furniture? A table? Q, please. What Q are the accounts that have to sell every 3 months? Quarterly. Okay, here goes nothing. S for the win. What S is to get goods into a country without paying duties? I'm gonna guess smuggle. Alright, I won round 3, so one more win and I go on to play for $10,000. What TA is a dangerous disease, also called electric fever? Electric fever. Typhoid. Typhoid. Okay, let's go with S. What are zirconium, selenium, and silicon, whether they were soap or not? Semiconductors. G, please. What G wrote the decline and the fall of the Roman Empire? Gibbon. What Z was a car and a General Electric? Oh, it's also a letter. Zephyr. Zephyr. Artist. Okay, we're going with D. What D are the 33 essential parts of a tunnel? Vertebrae. How about O, please? Way goes with stage, traditional stuffing, turtle. Onion. B. What B is the color of flags flown by pirates? Black. How about F, please? What app was pulled or raised in India by a bunch of a flag? Damn. Hey, if we get this one, we're gonna be tied. We're gonna go into our final round. What animal is a large relative of a caribou or maybe moose? Okay, how about N, please? What N was the description of a vitalish savage or a man? A noble. C, please. What is a husband or wife, particularly of a brainmar? I don't know that one. Probably some sort. Yeah, I have to get this one right or else we're gonna move on round 5. What T goes with hanky? Goes with hanky, the answer is hanky. L, please. What L means strongly audible or noisy? Loud. Okay. How about R for the win, please? What are road shallows and Amazon? Ransom. Ransom road shallows and Amazon. Final round. Okay, whoever wins this round goes to play Blockbusters. What is a small falcon that is also known as a windhover? Kestrel. What Eye is an island republican south of Greenland and 500 miles northwest of Scotland. Iceland. Y, please. What Y is a little word? A Yashmak. Alright, Yashmak. D, please. What D is a type of place in which you are most likely to see a mirage? A desert. U, please. What U sits above an official umpire? Alright. E for the win, please. What E comes after red, white, and blue in maritime situations? It's inside, so we win the game. We won $59 and let's pay for the gold rush. Alright. C. Dolly Parton. Alright, AK. F. Y. CD. UD. Ugly. Ugly. CDM. 3. Line. Nice. We won Go Run. Alright. Alright. So, $1,000. So I won $10,000 plus 1,500 plus what I won in the other two games. I now have a grand total this week of 95,300, and we'll be right back with Plastic Concentration right after this.